Okay, so it's getting like harder and harder to get scared of people this fucking stupid. There are people that are college educated that sit in rooms and think that they can say shit like this and think that they can even get stuff like this to happen. Um, wow. Like I used to do a lot of my routine used to be I would get up in the morning and read a bunch of doom news and get all black pilled and then try to do something, and I didn't get anything done because I was just depressed. And now I do something totally different. I get up in the morning and I do this grounding stuff, and I've noticed like I have all these friends and colleagues that are like, "Oh my god, ever since I got the Rona, I have this terrible brain fog," and I don't have it. I don't have it, dude. Not only do I not have it, I worked through the Rona. I mean, I'm pretty sure I got it. I didn't take a test, but the sense of smell was completely weird and different, and I had this cough, and that was it. Those were the only two symptoms. And I worked through the whole thing, so it was like nothing. But yeah, this I believe that there's something to this, and I tried doing it at night. Like I tried the pad thing because I had like an apartment, and so I didn't have a place to do this. So I tried at night putting out the this pad that you'd put like your feet on or something. Like I put it at the edge of the bed, and I'd sleep with it plugged into the grounded wall socket properly, properly grounded wall socket, and then it didn't work. It would actually wake me up. I didn't sleep well. So then I said, okay, what I'll do is since now that I had a house, I like went out and ran a copper like a grounding rod, and then I ran a line to the bed again. And I had this idea that I was going to ground at night and sleep and then wake up all rejuvenated, and it doesn't work that way. It actually like energizes you or something. It's weird. Now on the flip side, if you do it in the morning and during the day, and it takes time, it doesn't just happen right away, but the health benefits kick in over time. I'm feeling them. I spend a lot of time with my bare feet on the ground. Like my feet are disgustingly dirty, and yeah, it's like the missus is always like, "Wash your fucking feet before you get on that bed." It's like it's that bad. But I feel a lot better. But yeah, it's just getting really hard to be afraid of people this fucking stupid. So interest rates, right? Stop rate hikes. They just can't handle. People these days can't handle a regular interest rate. Now, I'm going to show you something. Oh wait, I guess I'm not. Hold on, that's bullshit. Damn it! I can splice this shit. Hold on. All right, I found it. This is a newspaper clipping from when I was 10 years old. This is like the middle of the Donnie Darko movie, basically. Have you ever seen Donnie Darko? This is exactly that time that they were portraying the 1998 election, 88 election, and Bush versus Dukakis and all that. And it's funny because on the other side of this is this basically me and a bunch of other kids being interviewed, and we're all little Republicans. There's like one Democrat. It's so California what it used to be like. It's very funny. I'm like a little brainwashed Cold War kid. But anyway, yeah, it's kind of embarrassing to read, but this is the interest rate when I was 10 years old. Now, the economy handled it just fine. There was a recession later, but it wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, it's bad, but it didn't really have much to do with the interest rates. But that's the money you got for your work, and inflation was not 8%. Inflation was probably like 6 to 4% or 5%. It was not that bad. Housing was, I wouldn't say affordable, but um, the neighborhood I lived in was working class. Like working class people could afford a house. Maybe they rented it, maybe they bought it. I think my dad was paying $1,200 per month for a house, which is kind of a lot of money for back then, but it wasn't that bad. Um, I think that's what the loan was, if I remember. I didn't know what kind of. My parents are really stupid with money, so they probably got like a shitty mortgage and shit. Like that house got foreclosed, and I mean, they're stupid. I mean, I love my mom and my dad, but they just suck at money. But like literally, I've had to like lend my dad money, dude. It's that bad. But the what's the big problem? Like, why can't we just have normal interest rates? Yeah, it'll crash the economy. Yes, a lot of people will go broke, but then like 2 or 3 years later, we can regroup, and we can help people that are like down on their luck and stuff like that. we don't have to, like, and businesses go out of business all the time. I was talking to my boss about this. Most of the businesses we've tried have been complete failures. Most, and it's like there's nothing to be ashamed of. Like, businesses fail all the time. You just pick up and move on. Like, there's, I think at one point Trump was looking at some guy on the street, and he pointed to a street bum and he goes, "That guy has more money than me." Like, and technically it was true because Trump was all broke and he was so underwater and he needed to be bailed out by some people or whatever. Which is probably why he sucks, because they probably own his ass. But I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. But the point is that, like, a lot of rich people go broke all the time. Interest rates can be 8%. Um, and yeah, I wanted to say GABA and grounding, I think, is helping me, like, with my brain. My brain works so much better than it did 2 years ago. And I don't sit and read doom porn all day. Like, I don't do that anymore. My morning routine is getting up and being outside pretty much religiously. And it's been like, it was hard at first because I was so addicted to that iPad and reading doom news and hanging out on Twitter and trolling and stuff like that. But ever since I stopped doing that, my life got a lot better. So good morning, and I'm going to go walk around in the dirt some more.